I do have one quick question for you on Bitcoin and your Quad 3 asset allocations. As you mentioned, the Avalanche and Solana signals are bearish. Everything else in our Bitcoin trend tracker as of today is bullish trend. So, though Bitcoin is the main Quad 3 asset allocation, are you looking at these other crypto assets? ETH flipped bullish yesterday. Aave, I know that's a little more of a smaller name. Do you plan to own any of those? I know there's only so much room in the portfolio, and you're not going to go chasing every position. But
yeah, if I were allowed to do what I just asked to do, which is have these on the long and the short side, you'd have ranked in terms of size. You'd always have Bitcoin when it's bullish trend. Any quad other than Quad 4, Bitcoin should be your biggest position. In that sense, it is like gold. It should be your highest asset allocation to digital assets. Again, we're not calling it crypto because Bitcoin we call Bitcoin. So that would be number one in terms. These are ranked in terms of size. Number two would be ETH. Number three would be something like if you want to have a portfolio that's like, okay, I'm long the asset class, I'm long like one of the feature positions. I guess that would be the number two, isn't it, in terms of market cap?
Yeah.
Ethereum. And then here's one that we like, Hedgeye only, really in terms of publication. So Ave Maria, I call it. It's been great, right? And then on the short side, currently you have Souls, that's the ETF, and then you have, there's no ETF for AVAX.
Not yet.
Not yet, but there will be a set?
There's some in the pipeline.
So in terms of like max position sizes, like we talked about this yesterday, people said that was super valuable. This would be maxed out at 4%, these positions, because they're commodities, 4%. So the max asset allocation I could have to crypto and Bitcoin would be 12, right? 3 times 4 equals 12, okay? So that's 12. When people say, well, what should your core asset allocation be to this? Well, sometimes it should be 0 and you should be short all of it, right? In a long only, you can't be short, but you can take it out, right? And these would be, on the order of the max short positions on these would be 3%, 2%, stuff like that. So, that's how I'd currently have it constructed. Can you explain to people quickly why they'd be long Ave Maria?
Yeah, so we put Aave in the trend tracker as mostly a proxy for the DeFi sector. Aave is the largest crypto lending protocol, peer-to-peer, decentralized lending and borrowing. And DeFi, it's always been a relevant sector. It really boomed in the last cycle in 2021, but we're expecting it to have somewhat of a comeback with regulatory clarity now because it's kind of been hampered. Issues with the tokens being recognized as securities. Most of them don't have much value. They're just governance tokens. They don't have any value accrual with the usage of the protocol. But Aave we like. It's the biggest one.